So my name is Brinkley. I'm 35 years old. I'm a police chief in Irvington. Been a police officer for coming up on 14 years. I'm married. I have a beautiful wife and a beautiful little girls. My wife's name is Dana. She was in Montgomery. Obviously now she's Brinkley. And a recent rally, my 2-year-old, or getting ready to be 2 in November, and my 6-year-old, I just said it backwards, didn't I? Yeah. So my 1-year-old Reese and my 6-year-old Riley. Yeah, so, there's a couple things. Got invited by Adam Fouché. He actually invited me first. He sent me a text message, asked me to come be a part of this Man Up. And, at first I didn't really jump at it. I was kind of hesitant, wasn't really sure what it was, so I started learning more, hearing more about it. My wife talked to Julie Sutton, which obviously Jason Sutton's wife. So she talked to her and they was talking about it, and just getting back and forth, I decided to finally go to my first one, which ended up being at the Brandenburg First Baptist. So to me, it was real comfortable. I didn't feel, sometimes you go to something new, you feel nervous about certain things. I didn't feel nervous at all. As soon as I walked in, it was like a breath of fresh air. Everybody was just getting together. There was a bunch of guys just hanging out, fellowshipping, eating great food. We always have good food, it seems like. So it was just a good time, and then we get to fellowship and talk about God. Something I'm very proud of is I got to be able to sing for our church, and also your Facebook Live sessions that you've done as well. And so I've been very proud about that. But I ended up, I had a run-in with a guy years ago. It wasn't a pleasant run-in, and people don't like to see the side of the law enforcement that has to do their job, that has to write tickets, has to pull people over, things like that. But I ended up running into the guy there first, and just off and on, law enforcement, we keep in touch with people. People see us on a regular basis over and over again. So even if you might deal with somebody in a bad way the first time, it might not be so bad the second time. And basically that's what happened is, I've met the guy, here and there throughout the years, and he actually worked on one of my vehicles. And I was like, hey man, you should come and join us at the Man Up. And he was like, all right, man. He's like, what time was it? And I told him what time it was, and he said, all right, I'll try to be there. So then, he showed up, and, it was unexpected. I seen him later on, and, he come to us and told us, this changed my life. This saved my life. He's like, man, I was in a bad spot, and this really impacted me in a positive way. And, it just gave me cold chills just talking about it. And it was just really exciting because, he was, I call everybody friends. We're all brothers and sisters in Christ. But he's just an acquaintance that we see out, and I talk to him on a regular basis. A really good guy. But it was just this, you just don't realize sometimes how it can impact people's lives, just being with other men. We all have the same type of ideas and things that we want to do, and just being able to fellowship and be in God's presence, talk about God, it's just a powerful thing. Well, the men is really they are the center of their household. A lot of times what men do, the rest of the household will follow. So I really think it's important to have a strong leadership when it comes to that just having the men in the household and being involved in God and things like that. We're all human. We all make mistakes every day. One thing I always say is no sin is greater than another. We all sin every day. And, it was just very encouraging to be around guys that were just wanting to do the same thing, just talk about God and be in the presence of all these men and try to make change our everyday thing to incorporate God. It didn't matter, and I think one of the things that's always been said the whole time we've been going is that we all believe in 90% of the same thing, and let's throw away that 10%, just focus on God. The biggest thing is just talking about it, and you want me to encourage others to reach out, and the biggest thing that I would just say is just talk about it. Invite people. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter if you don't know them. Invite other guys to come be a part of it. Invite other guys to be involved. Invite other guys to take that first step, just like everybody has to do.